Hello, everyone. I'm here to share some channeled messages from a tarot reading I got the other day. So, if you have found yourself here, this might be for you. However, if it does not fit, do not force it. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, okay, okay. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so I had pulled cards a few days ago, and I got the Death card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. And it was very clear, very concise, very straightforward to the point. And when that happens, I know that it's for the collective, because when you're reading for yourself, it's a lot more convoluted. For some reason, reading for yourself is a lot more complicated than reading for other people. So whenever it comes through very clear like that, I know it's something I'm supposed to share with the collective. So I started channeling messages since then. I think that was 2 or 3 days ago. And yeah, so I'm going to be sharing that with you. Sorry, I have 3 pages here. So sorry if I get monotonous. I need to work on like practicing a way that whenever I'm reading from my notes, that I don't end up sounding monotonous in tone. I'm hoping that I can add enough oomph to the message. I need to work on my oomph to the message when I'm reading from my notes specifically. So yeah, without further ado. We have our keywords here are cleansing, very needed at this time, acceptance, stability, and clarity together, separate but also like coinciding, working in tandem, and significant ending, underscore, underscore, underscore. Okay. I'm actually going to get the cards out since... Oh, I guess we'll just use the... Nope, we were using the... One second. I was using the Rider-Waite tarot deck whenever I had pulled the cards, so I have to use the same cards because imagery differs from deck to deck. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Death card. Where are you guys at? All the way in the back of the deck? Shoot, sorry. Pardon me here. Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Oh. I must have skipped over the Death card. How? Anyways, there has been a very significant ending. Very prominent, very, very obvious ending. Okay, there's been there's been some sort of shift in consciousness that has created transformative effects on your physical world and your mental world. All right, you could be feeling a lot different than you were a year ago, but even in the last few months, you have created a lot of different changes. You have implemented a lot of transformation. You have integrated, you have alchemized a lot of energy. Okay, so you're in like this new physical form and this new world view, this new perspective. Okay, you are no longer at some point within the last year or two, when I say soon or relatively soon, right? In the last year or two, you had started to feel as though you were no longer resonating with a certain sense of self, an expired sense of self. You felt like it was kind of dying on you, as well as some sort of environment that you were surrounding yourself with. And you felt as though you were following expectations of yourself that were outdated, that you had outgrown. Your box was too small. Okay, and from there you started to feel like you were disconnected from yourself. You were disconnected from your day-to-day life, and through this disconnection allowed you to take on new perspectives in order to destroy all limiting beliefs or false pretenses surrounding your identity, your sense of self, and the building blocks of your worldview. Okay, and this process of disconnection and destruction, okay, gave you mastery over seeing through illusions created by others and by yourself. Okay, your new view is centered now around truth and stability, where it was once where it was once encased by the programmings, the conditioning, the illusions of the external world, of society, of communities, of your family, etc., of systems. You were plagued by these different things that were not of you, that were not aligned with your true, authentic soul expression, right? And this new view that you have through this destructive transformation, or this transformative destruction, is it's stable. It's a lot more, it's through truth. You're seeing through a lot more clarity. And this is where you are building your foundation from, is this truth and this stability through your perspective. Okay. If there's confusion, chaos, or lack of communication, illusion is present. Okay, anytime that you're feeling as though, I feel as though this is something that you have learned, collective, is that anytime that you're feeling confused, anytime that something is making you feel like it's chaos, so there's a lack of communication, and there's, like you're filling in the blanks, and there's anxiety, right? That's how you know that illusion is present. That's how you know that something's not clear. Okay? Whether this illusion is coming from yourself or from the outside, or from others, from systems, etc. Okay, you understand this now. You understand the nature of illusion and when it is present, and how it affects you and how it affects those around you as well. Okay. Sorry, I lost my spot. But yeah, you understand this now, and your new life understanding has provided you a solution for a material or physical problem. So prior to this, like, disconnection and the destruction of, something that you once knew, there was some sort of issue, maybe even a self-worth issue, or like there was a lack of clarity. There was something that you just weren't sure on. You weren't sure on how to deal with, or you weren't sure on how to move forward with, or something of that sort. Sorry, I just thought for a second, I was like, did I delete those videos? I knew it.